I am to report, I'm not looking at how I look. The skin, everything is because of these chemical weapons. They brought in the strongest they could get. Who it is they pretend to be feds. My motor skills, let me just slow down. I'm holding the phone and it sucks. They pretend to be feds, but they're Russian nationals. They're former Russian military. They were traitors to their country, traitors to their military, tried to attack everybody in Russia. So they're taking people out like neo-Nazis that they are with this chemical weapons. They don't think twice about it, okay? This is why I had to shelter in place, and explains everything, because that's who's around. All right, so I'm not going to get into details. I'm going to save those details. Just ask me, man. I'm not going to forget any of it, but we'll save details and those stuff and things for later. I'm just going to report this. There was a good 7 burst of the strongest gas yet. The gas that I said was new was really strong. They brought it in, it's 2 times stronger, and it was, but it doesn't affect me. So this is proven, and this is not about me, this video. Although we want to talk about ourselves. It's okay to talk about ourselves, dude. It's a beautiful thing. It's how you get to know people. So there's nothing wrong with saying, I want to talk about myself. I'm a little high right now from the gas, by the way, just an asterisk. There's nothing wrong with that. The making things about you, in quotes, about you, became a big deal in America because it was a symptom of what happened to the population. Everything was about them. It was about you, about me. In America population, look how they behave on airplanes. This sums it up in such a beautiful package. Watch what they do on commercial airplanes. Everything's about them, to the point where everybody can go down 3,000 feet into the ground. It's just about them on that plane. Okay. All right. But just to say factually, I'm not going to talk about me and the gas right now, okay? I'm going to make it as legal as I can when I'm under the influence report. It was at least 7 bursts. It's the strongest yet. It can't get stronger, thank God. It wouldn't kill me, but I don't want to fucking feel that shit again, dude. It was the strongest yet, and I heard him dropping and all that. I heard 2. So let me just be honest with the counter-terrorists, because they know that where I've been in this house and what I've heard, and I heard it in that extra room. That's why I can never go in there. I witnessed too much in there. So for my safety, I'm back here most of the time. I still witness enough back here. It's incredible what I've witnessed here. Okay, the prostitute from 1507 took off right after the first dose of gas. The male came back. I can't recollect when. If I could talk to the vets, they would say, oh, it was this time, and I would say, oh yeah, you're right. But right now by myself, I'm just gonna say I can't recollect exactly when. But he came back within like an hour range of her leaving. It's just obvious with them. I don't have words to describe. Then the male, he directly links to Vladimir Putin, white male 1507 who came back in his SUV, then went after the third poof of gas. I had already heard 2 go down. I was back here at this point. I was sworn off the internet, all this stuff and things like that I do. I had to shelter in place. I had to completely disappear. Out of sight, out of mind is what I did. I had to open my window, and I couldn't do it until a certain time on the clock, and then I did. And he was out there. He had been out there for a few minutes before I could. And I couldn't open my window way before he even went out there. But when he went out there, he was making as much noise as possible. I'm not going to get into descriptives, but that can be done for later. And then he did more theatrics to be filmed, seen, everything to his detriment. Then he sits in the porch and he's talking to a woman. He brings a woman in the backyard. Then he sits there even longer, screaming on his phone, practically screaming everything he could. And then he goes back in, and then more gas. So we'll check who was around in this terrorist cell, because the world leaders go bye-bye too after this. It's not just this terror cell, but it is. They kept putting all the rooster eggs into this place. It was to their detriment, and they kept bringing chemical weapons in and making bombs. And honestly, there was so much time in this last 3 years where they could have got out and done anything else. I don't think with the level and caliber of counter-terrorist vets that were on top of this place, that any of these world despots could get away with it. But there was so many other things you could do, stuff and things. And we all know that. I just can't talk very well, other than sit right here and insist on going on YouTube. But what it did was it showed the world and these top tier officials a lot of stuff and things. I can't find words, so we're just going to move on. I think you know what I'm saying. It showed the world so much stuff and things, and it really needed to happen. So right now we have a Florida hurricane, and it is in sync with the wipeout here of all these terrorists. So we'll see if any of them are alive. All right? And the Indian military, it's not all of India, but you know how it is with the countries. I can't describe it anymore right now. I'm still loaded from this gas. You just got to have it go away. I can't describe it. I'm not that loaded, but it's enough where I don't like to present myself on film because I've been sober 11 years. So you know what I mean. I can't really explain it right now. India has 12,000, maybe. I'm not going to start quoting the intel for the top tier officials, but it's not a huge invasion of all of India. No, people, no. Can you really see the Hindus? Come on, people, come on. No. It's the radical Muslims that are raping all the women, gang raping these fucking bastards there, okay? With their prostitutes. They have prostitutes. They've beaten the mind of women down, just like here, till they're just, I can't find word. They have people like that there too. You keep someone begging for water, you keep someone begging for food, you keep someone begging and begging, the weaker, the meeker, right? And then some of them sometimes, after long enough, generations, you have a robot. I can't find word, it's not the right word, but please understand what I'm saying. And then you have so many people like me and other people in India, and you have so many people like the 40% of the Americans who did not choose material objects, did not choose hedonism. They don't want this barbarianism and this stuff and things. They know it's wrong. You still have people, no matter what color, no matter what class level, this could be rich or poor, any color, any religion, okay, that say no, it's wrong, because what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong, okay? So, but it really showed a lot of stuff and things with the population here, so they just decided to keep going on YouTube even today. And I think when he went back in, that burst of gas came. That's the last one I can report. But after the first two I reported, I had to hang it up, and there was like this whole time more gas, burst after burst. It was so strong. I could not make any food. I'm on timers, so it's not always about me going in there. It's about my timers that is set. And when I go in there, I went in there right as this gas fucking attack started by these evil Russian nationals. Right. And the GRU are the good guys. Remember, they're Russian too. Please remember this. Folks, this is really bad what's going on. It basically got to every country. It got the real one. It's not just like one problem. One of the main problems was capitalism. And I am not anti-capitalism. I want in our country, and it shall be, where you have nice white ladies. Let's use this as an example, because this is really important, and this was shown to me. She's like in her 60s. She's a really pretty white lady, like pretty looking. She looks dressed up like it's Easter. She's taking her grandkid out. It was later in the afternoon, and there's all these trees. Everything's really nice, like fresh and clean. No rubble, no sad things, no sad and bad things from rubble and destruction. That's our country. It's all different colors. There's white people. It's not just blacks and Jews taking over. I mean, this fear. Or here we go, China's taking over. No, it's all kinds of people here, dude. And some of them are really happy white older ladies carrying in the hand with their grandkid. There's some little kid was with her, and they're looking at stuff, and that's all this is about. Our country is about a place to prosper in the true sense of it, a place to learn science and become the math genius that you're born to be. Some people have a really high IQ. Our country is about that, but we can't do it like this, and we certainly can't do it if we're always in combat and in war. No. So we get to that point where all different people, it's not just certain colors, can all walk with their grandkids. And this is women, and this was kid I saw. So these are the weaker people, you know, the weaker sex. And she's not being beaten down and told she has to have anal sex and sell her butt. No. They're just walking and they're really at peace, and that's the point. Okay, so we get there. But right now, tonight and tomorrow, they think they're going to attack. I think the reason why they started wiping them out here is I don't believe these evil Russian nationals think there's much of a chance for that. But these guys will take advantage because they have their hands on obviously really serious WMDs. They're using it in here. That gas just drops people. And these motherfuckers are being handled by the GRU, the Navy SEALs. I can't handle them. I shelter in place. We didn't know that. We're on planet Earth. There's only so much I can do. And we really need to, thank the veterans that saved our country and saved Russia and other countries where they're from. They knew how to take these men on. But what I'm concerned about is, so that India thinks they're going to attack with whoever, right? And then you can see it on a lot of the newspaper print and TV news. They code because they're lost in espionage is what happened. They're just lost. And they keep waiting for these foreign militaries to save them. And what they're waiting, their savior, their cavalry, is an invasion through espionage and through treason. And they know it, and they're facing arrest just like Donald Trump has been repeatedly arrested, okay? And so you can keep running around in the merry-go-round, but after a while, these type of dudes that are in here, dudes aren't the right word, but please bear with me. These counter-terrorist vets who are saving my life, you can't just ride a merry-go-round with these kind of trained, you can't. They know everything that's going on in here, the surgical equipment, the gases, you can't do it forever, okay? So me and my cat are okay from this gas, but it's really fucking serious what they did. And the last terrorist that I can say I eyewitnessed and saw was making himself absurdly seen, just a complete spectacle, trying so hard to go on the camera. And then he went back in there and there was all this gas. And then I was finally allowed to go into that room, right? Open that door. And the gas was just, like, you get so fucking high as soon as you walk in because it's still in the air. And even coming in contact with it, I just don't feel sober. So I know I'm coming across a little, maybe possibly goofy on the film. But I'm just going to get this out and over anyways. And I'm up to 13 minutes. Okay, so I want to say there is no... listen to me. I want to say I'm trying to rush to the 14-minute marker. There is no overthrow, okay? And you can thank the veterans, okay? I can't promise that there's not going to be catastrophic weapons, but there will be no overthrow. What you're going to do is you're going to sit through another hurricane, okay? You're going to sit, Florida, through another fucking hurricane, and whoever's didn't wash away in the hurricane is going to be arrested for treason, espionage, and attempted overthrow of the United States government. All right, that's all I have to say because I'm under the influence of fucking laughing gas. Bye.